Hello, math fans. This is Mr. Chu. Let's do a math mini. This is the third one that I've done. So let's talk about the distance between 2 points. So can you find the distance between the points -1, 3 and 2, -3 using the distance formula? Round it to the nearest hundredth. Get you out a piece of paper, a calculator, and use that distance formula to find D, rounded to the nearest hundredth. The answer will be revealed on the next screen with a worked explanation on the following screen. Pause this and work it now. The distance between -1, 3 and 2, -3 is 6.71 approximately, rounded to the nearest hundredth. If you solved it correctly, congratulations, you can find the distance between 2 points. But if you didn't solve and get D equals 6.71, then try to find your mistake and correct it. I'm going to work it out step by step. I'm going to verify the answer by graphing the points on a coordinate grid, drawing a triangle, and using the Pythagorean theorem to verify that the answer is correct. So to find the distance between -1, 3 and 2, -3, we want to use the distance formula. And there's the distance formula. D equals the square root of the quantity x squared minus x1 squared plus the quantity y2 minus y1 squared. So I take and I set the first point x1, y1 as -1, 3, and the second point x2, y2 is 2, -3, and I substitute those values in the formula. So where I've got an x2, I'm going to put a 2. Why? Because you see the x2 equals 2. And then where there's an x1, I'm going to put a -1. Why? So my x1 is -1. And then for the y2, I put -3. There it is. Minus y1, which is 3. And there it is. All right, so now we're going to use the order of operations now to do inside each parentheses first. And the 2 minus 1 means 2 plus a positive 1, so that's 3 squared. And -3 minus 3 is -6, and we're going to square that. Now we're going to use the order of operations to find the square of those two numbers. And 3 squared is 9, -6 squared means -6 times -6, which is 36. Now I simplify these on a calculator. I get the square root of 45, and the decimal that you find on the calculator is 6.7082033932. Now our goal is to round to the nearest hundredth. So the way I teach rounding when I'm teaching this, I tell them to underline the digit we're rounding to, which is this 0, I just underlined in yellow. Then you look at the digit to the right of that underlined digit, which is an 8. If it's 5 or bigger, it means that the 0 bumps up to 1. And that's how you get D is about, I put the double tilde, 6.71. Okay, so now to check this, we're going to graph it on a coordinate grid. So here's the point -1, 3 graphed and 2, 3 graphed, and then I draw the line in between this. Well, if you look, this creates a right triangle. Since it's a right triangle, this is the hypotenuse, which is C, and this distance is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know that 6 is going to be one of the legs, and this distance is 1, 2, 3, and 3 will be the other leg, which is going to be an A and a B in the Pythagorean theorem. So I substitute those values in. The Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I've got 6 squared, which is my vertical, plus 3 squared, which is my horizontal, and that's going to equal c squared, which is my hypotenuse. I do the order of operations, and I square each one before I add them. I get to 45 equals c squared, and you notice, see that d equals the square root of 45? The inverse means I take the square root of both sides. which means that I do get that same answer. And so we are correct. So we got that little check mark there. So make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Here's the long link, and then there are also links in the video that you can click on to subscribe. Or if you're watching on TikTok, you can go in my bio, send any questions you have to askmrchew@gmail.com. That is my contact email. If you watch this video on TikTok, make sure you click on the link in my bio. That's how you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X, and there'll be helpful math videos and puppy videos. Find more Mr. Chew math minis in the playlist on my YouTube channel, and then look for all that I put up on my YouTube channel. And remember, I am Mr. Chew, and I want to help you understand math. And we'll see you next time. And remember, there will be a link up here to a math mini that is similar to this. One down here, the playlist, and then other videos and subscription buttons over on the side. See you in the next video. And thank you for watching Mr. Chew and his Math Minis.